Hey everyone, how you doing? Welcome back to Web Squadron. I'm Imran Siddiq, and there was a bit of a problem raised on the Facebook Elementor community group, and someone had added in some transitions for an element that it flew in, but they wanted it to have a different time delay depending on whether you were looking at a desktop or a mobile. And I advised them to go and look at maybe possibly some CSS coding using the @media CSS, and they did that and it worked. And I thought, well, someone else out there may have the same problem. So let me just show you and explain what the issue was. So we're just going to add in a image over here, and we will just pull in the Elementor logo. Why not? Hey, what a wonderful logo. There we go. We'll just add that in. And all I'm going to do is go to Advanced, and I'm going to set the motion effect to be, we will say that it will fade in from the left. There you go. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we are going to add in a delay. So we're going to add in an animation delay to this of, let us say, 5 seconds. Let's just do 5,000. Okay. It's a bit ludicrous. Why would you want to do it that slow? But let's just see it in motion. Preview changes. And we're going to sit there, and any moment now, there you go. It arrived in. Okay, so we know that's working fine. But when we go to the mobile view, okay, so let's just put this on to say roughly 378 or 400 will do. Okay, when I click on this item and I go to motion effects, it does have the mobile on there. Okay, and if I go and say fade in from the left, and I now say, actually, I don't want there to be any delay whatsoever. I now want it just to come in. Watch what happens. Okay, so if we're on the desktop view and we go to preview, it's now come in, because even though I set it on the mobile to be 0, it's applied it to the desktop one as well. So if I now just go to, like here, the mobile view, and we go to preview, sorry, we're still going to be in desktop, but either way, because you've taken it out of here, it now won't apply for the desktop, even though it's got the mobile here. And if I put 5,000 back in for the desktop, when you go to mobile, the 5-second delay will now apply to the mobile as well. Because on the mobile, you don't want there to be a delay. But on the desktop, you do want there to be a delay. So how do you get around this? It's actually simpler than you think. So what I'm going to do is just make sure that on the desktop, there is no value, and on the mobile, there is no value. What you then do is you go to the custom CSS, okay, and you paste in this code here, okay. In fact, what I might do is if I just open it in text edit, okay, so what we're showing here is that when the size of the screen is at least 768 pixels, so that's what we have here, @media, screen minimum width must be 768. So if that is 768, that is the minimum. As long as you've hit that point, everything after that will now apply this transition delay. And let me just change that to say 5,000. Okay, so we're going to have 5,000, 5,000. Okay, anything below that, that transition delay will not work. Well, when I say not work, it doesn't happen. Okay, it will now just be instant. Okay, so if I'd actually change this to be max instead, so that's now 768, up to here would have applied this delay. So from 0 to 768, we will be delayed. And after that, there'd be no delay. But we want it to be the other way around. So that's your minimum, the threshold. After that, any desktop, whatever size screen you have, there will be a delay. Anything before, which is the mobile, will not have the delay. Okay, so now I've just ensured that it's 768 minimum, 5,000, 5,000. I'm going to click update. And when we preview that, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, come on, where are you? There you go, right. So there's the delay coming in, okay? And it's now eventually flown in. And that's great, that's fantastic. But if we take this page, okay, let's just get out of this preview, and we'll just open up a private window now. Okay, and what did I call it? I called it delay, didn't I? There we go. Okay, that is the page. And if I now just shrink this screen down, okay, to be roughly about that size there, and I now hit return, it came in instantaneously. Okay, look, let me just show you. Look, it's now going to come in. But if I now extend the size of that screen, okay, and we hit return, it's not coming in straight away. There's a bit of a delay. There we go, and it's in. Okay, so really, for some people this is a bit of a bug in how you can't set the delays between different size screens, but yes, you can. You can. Look, here we go. You can use this or something like this or whatever like this. Media only screen, minimum width 768. Up to that point, no delay. After that, there is a delay. And you can modify this and have two of them in here. So you might say you could potentially do something like this. Let's just change the size on this so we can see it better. Let's go for a 36. So you might say up to 768. Sorry, not 7. Let's just change that. So we say you might have a max width. So you say up to this point there is a 5 second delay. Up to say this point, now when we get to 1300, there is now a 13 or a 10,000 10-second millisecond delay. Okay, so you could actually modify it. So depending on different screen sizes, there's a different delay kicking in. You probably wouldn't want to go to this nth degree on it, but I just wanted to show that to you. So I will put a copy of this code in the comments below. I hope that's useful. Like, subscribe, and see you soon.